Hey guys, it's Mrs. MacPhail. Today we're going to talk about leads. It's a really important part of any writing that you do, especially because it's what grabs your reader's attention and makes them want to keep reading what you've written. So you have a topic, but how are you going to get your reader's attention? You have to grab them somehow. You have to make them want to think, ooh, this is good. I want to keep reading it. In real life, just like our classroom, authors use strong leads or opening sentences to grab the reader's attention. And today we're going to be looking at some of the different types of leads. I have an example of one on the paper right here or on the screen, and maybe you'll be able to identify this one coming up in a few moments. Our first one we're going to talk about is a snapshot, like when you take a picture. And so if you're using this kind of lead, your job is to paint a picture, not literally, but figuratively. You want to paint this beautiful picture, or maybe ugly picture, or whatever kind of picture you're talking about in your reader's mind. And you do that by using description. Let's take a look at this example down below. It was a picture-perfect day in Squirrelsville. The sky was blue with puffy white clouds. A gentle breeze blew. Squirrels were chattering. That's a great example of a sentence that hopefully, or some sentences that hopefully paint a picture in your mind. Compare that if we were to just have it really boring like this. It was a day in Squirrelsville. The sky was blue. A breeze blew. Squirrels talked. Compare this. It was a day in Squirrelsville. The sky was blue. A breeze blew. Squirrels talked. To this. It was a picture-perfect day in Squirrelsville. The sky was blue with puffy white clouds. A gentle breeze blew. Squirrels were chattering. This offers more description and some more adjectives, like the fact that there were puffy white clouds in that blue sky, and the breeze was gentle, and the squirrels were not just talking, but they were chattering. That puts a better picture in your mind. Let's try another one. Sometimes you want to start your paragraph or your story with an action lead. So it's going to be exciting. There's stuff going on. For example, a bolt of lightning streaked across the sky in Squirrelsville, and the sky went boom. Mr. Nutty sat up straight in bed. The thunder was so loud that it startled him. So here's your action right here. A bolt of lightning streaked across the sky. You have a good picture in your mind what that looks like, especially if you've seen lightning before. And it scared Mr. Nutty. He sat straight up in bed. So that's a really good action lead. Another type of lead is a question. And the author's job here is to ask the reader a question to get them thinking. For example, have you ever seen a talking squirrel before? Neither have I, and I think Mrs. MacPhail is crazy. Here's the question. Have you ever seen a talking squirrel before? That's the first thing we start off our sentence with. That is the author asking the reader a question to get them thinking. Our next lead is a sound effect. I know a lot of kids that like sound effects lead. Usually they tend to be onomatopoeias. They start with a specific sound. For example, whoosh. That's a sound effect. The wind rushed through the window in Mr. Nutty's classroom and scattered papers all over the floor. That's a pretty good attention getter right there, don't you think? We also have talking, or dialogue, if you want to get fancy with it. Dialogue is when a character or more than one character is talking, and you see these little quotation marks with it. Hey, guess what? Pete the prairie dog said to the loon. I have some great news. Oh yeah, said the loon. What? So by starting off with talking, you can grab your reader's attention that way. How about flashback? This is our final one we're going to talk about. The author's job here is to go back in time but still relate to the topic. Sometimes this can be a little bit trickier to do. But here's an example. Mr. Nutty had learned to stash away walnuts. In the Great Squirrel Depression of 1865, his relatives learned that walnuts, not just acorns, needed to be stashed away for winter. What a survival lesson. So obviously this must be a story that has something to do with Mr. Nutty and walnuts or acorns. And so the lead here is taking us back in time and talking about the Great Squirrel Depression of 1865 and what his relatives learned, okay? So these are a few tips that you can do with leads to make your writing really exciting and really grab your readers to make them want to keep reading. That's all. We'll see you later.